If you're looking to eliminate manual busywork in Confluence and automate your team's repetitive tasks, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into Confluence automation rules, a powerful feature that lets you set up if this, then that workflows so Confluence can automatically take care of things like labeling pages, archiving stale content, and even integrating with Jira. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly how to create, configure, and optimize these automations, making your workspace smarter and your team more productive. Let's get started right at the source, accessing automation settings. Depending on what you want your rule to affect, there are two ways in. If you want the automation to run only in a specific space, head to your chosen space in Confluence, look over at the sidebar and find Space Settings. Under that, you'll spot an option labeled Automation. Click there and you're ready to start crafting space-specific rules. But what if you need your automation to act across your whole site, maybe for company-wide standards or compliance? In that case, you'll need to be an admin. Click the little Settings cog at the top right of the Confluence screen. From the Admin Tools section, select Automation again. Now you're working at the global level, with the power to make rules that work everywhere. Don't worry if you don't see these options. Remember, as of 2025, automation is available mostly on premium and enterprise plans, so make sure you have access before you begin. Now let's break down how to build your rule so you're not just clicking through menus, but actually understanding the logic behind each piece. Every automation rule in Confluence has three fundamental parts: triggers, conditions, and actions. Think of it like a simple cause and effect chain. The trigger is the event that kicks everything off. This could be something like page published, when someone adds a comment, or even a time-based trigger such as every Monday at 9 a.m. Next up, conditions. These are your filters. They help ensure your rule only runs in the exact situations you need. For instance, you might want your rule to apply only if a page's title contains retro, or if it has a label like Q2 Recap. By getting specific here, you prevent automations from running unnecessarily, which keeps your workspace tidy. Finally, the action is what Confluence should actually do. This could be adding a new label, sending a heads up to Slack, or archiving an old page. There's an optional branch step 2 if you want your rule to perform actions on a list of related items, like updating every child page under a parent or all tasks mentioned within a document. Let's talk through some real-world examples to bring these ideas to life. Say you want every new page created from a meeting notes template to be automatically labeled for searching later. Set a trigger for page created, add a condition to check for your template, and then build the action to apply your chosen label. Or perhaps your team struggles with outdated content, set up a scheduled rule to find pages that haven't been touched in 6 months and archive them. This keeps your knowledge base fresh without anyone needing to remember to check. If you work across tools, you can even create a Jira issue automatically whenever a Confluence page with a customer feedback label is published. And here's something cool: with Atlassian Intelligence Rovo, you can now generate full automation rules just by typing what you want, like notify me via email when a page is published in the marketing space. It's almost like telling a teammate, and AI builds the rule for you. Before you automate everything in sight, it's important to keep in mind a few key limits and best practices. On premium plans, there's usually a cap, like 1,000 rule executions per user per month. Only rules that successfully take action count toward this. To use your quota efficiently, always add your most specific conditions early in the rule. This avoids needlessly running actions on pages where you don't intend it. And if you ever wonder whether your rule is working or why it didn't trigger, the audit log in automation settings is your best friend. It tells you exactly which rules ran, and if anything went wrong, you'll see helpful details for troubleshooting. And that's a wrap. With these tips, you're ready to put Confluence automation to work for you, freeing up time and reducing manual errors. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and drop any questions you have in the comments below. I'm happy to help. Be sure to subscribe for more clear, practical guides like this one. Thanks for watching and happy automating.